Hey everybody, and welcome back to another video. So I'm gonna have a cup of tea in a minute and just chill out and go and watch some YouTube videos and just get back into the YouTube community, which I'm enjoying. I didn't have any time for like the last 3 months to get on YouTube, so I'm enjoying being back and watching people's videos and stuff, and I'm trying to be at peace with myself today. I am a little bit sad. I got on the treadmill. In my previous video, you can see I got on my treadmill and told you about, all my health issues and having to pull out of the pageants and stuff. And I'm just trying to make peace with it because it is all part of the journey. I've been on this health journey now for a long time, and I'm slowly starting to get to the root of things. I've got inflammation. I can't eat a lot of stuff. That's really what's going on. But what's the root cause of that? Hoping to find out in the new year. And I'm just like, I can't do anything, so I'm just gonna go on YouTube and watch some videos and watch some Kath and Kim and just chill out and look at my tarot cards and just enjoy the day, relax. Really, it's summer. I've got the aircon going full bore because it's quite warm today. I'm gonna make myself a cup of tea. Just had some delicious pavlova, thank you, Ben. And that's all I can do. My pageant coach was nice to me. I was so worried they'd get upset with me. I mean, maybe they are upset and they're not telling me, but I was just so worried that they would get upset with me for pulling out again. But there's nothing I can do about it, and like, I'm just sitting here thinking about it, like, why does this keep happening over and over and over? It's because I don't have a diagnosis for whatever's wrong with me. I need a diagnosis, I need a treatment plan so that this doesn't keep happening. I'm striving towards that. That's all I can do. But it just got me thinking about like divine timing and stuff, and like, I feel like I'm a big believer in divine timing. I'm a big believer in listening to when things happen, like sometimes we want to do things, or we go to do things and everything goes smooth, everything works well, and it's not a strain, it's not a hassle, and you feel good about it. But then other times when you might try to do something, it might be hard, it might be like pushing shit uphill proverbially, and then you don't feel good inside. Like for me, I really was starting to feel that I shouldn't go to this pageant. It's just like this deep gut feeling of that I shouldn't be going, because there were just too many things going wrong, and I need to listen to that, and then, like I said, 2 weeks ago I went to the doctors to get a script, and I saw a doctor in training, and she had to call the main doctor in, and he saw my calpractin results, and he was like, they're quite high, you really need to get a colonoscopy sooner rather than later, like you need to go and get this sorted, don't ignore it. So it was like, well, then I rung up to book in, and the next available one was like, very soon, and I'm like, that's really clashing with my pageant. But it could be something serious, it may not be serious, but like, now that I know that I've got that inflammation going, I can't keep ignoring it, I've got to get on top of it. So it's just, I'm like, if I was meant to go to the pageant and everything, like, this wouldn't be happening, like, I've waited all this time for the hospital to ring me up for my procedure, and they haven't, because they're so backlogged. And then now I've had to ring up and book in privately to get it done, and it clashes with me going away, but I've been told I need to get it looked at sooner rather than later because it's significant. So to just ignore that and put that off and just go to the pageant anyway when I'm exhausted and in a flare again. Like I said, I haven't had a flare up for ages, and now I've got a flare up just before I'm meant to go away. It just feels like just too many things fighting against me, and I'm like, it doesn't feel right. And so I made the decision to just say, I can't go. I need to get on top of my health. You know, but I believe in divine timing. I believe in listening to that gut feeling, and I believe that, I guess, you know, like the thing is, like, I'm 41, and it's this feeling of missing out. You know, I've been a carer, I've been a stay-at-home mum, and it's this feeling of like, I'm getting older, I'm gonna miss out, and it's like this fear of missing out, you know. And I just gotta like sort of make peace with myself and keep reminding myself that I am only 41. Like, yes, 41 is middle age, but I'm not 90, you know what I mean? I still can have my time. Like Ben said to me today, your time is coming. Like, there's just so many things that I want to do and achieve, and there's all these roadblocks. I keep having roadblocks, and it's so frustrating. But once I get some answers, you know, like, I want to lose weight, I want to get toned, I want to get fit, I want to have energy, I want to be able to eat a piece of garlic bread and have a vodka if I want. I want to be able to go to the pub and have a schnitzel and chips if I want, and not be sick. You know, I want to get off all the medication I'm on if I can, or be put on the right medication. Like, you know, it's really, really hard, and it's because I am a future orientated person. I think I haven't sunk into depression, because no matter how bad something gets, my brain will always go, it'll be better next week, it'll be better in 6 months, it'll be better in 2 years. And I've always been like that, and I can't help it. That just must be my nature. So it doesn't matter how bad something gets, I'll always think it'll get better. So maybe I'm delusional. Maybe I'm delusional, but that's what I mean. Even though I'm gutted that I've had to pull out of these 2 pageants, I'm now going, it's okay, I'll get the colonoscopy. Hopefully, like I said in my previous video, I'm not like super excited going, yes, they're going to cure me. I'm feeling quite numb about the whole thing, but maybe, just maybe, out of some small chance, they might actually be able to cure me or give me something to put my symptoms into remission. Then just maybe I will get to that pageant in September, and I'll be able to do that. I'll be able to go and see my friends again. I'll be able to hold down some part-time work. Like, I'm trying to be positive. And I mean, I don't owe anybody positive. I can be as miserable and as grumpy as I want. I don't have to be positive. But the time's going to pass either way. And I can either be a grump, or I can just kind of go, okay, look for something positive today. And I think, you know, in the past, I've been through some hard times, and I've been through grief and things. And even though when days are hard, if you could do one thing a day that's positive, it makes the time pass a little bit easier, you know? Like, I'm not doing much. Like, I've pretty much cleared my calendar. All I've got going on now in January is a hearing test, a sleep apnea test, and then towards the end of January, my endoscope and colonoscopy. Like, that's it. That's my social calendar for the year, for the month. Yay, awesome, great, fun times. So, I mean, I don't have to like that. I don't have to be happy about it. I'm not happy about it, but I'm still trying to find a bit of joy so I don't become a completely horrible, moody bitch, because I can't take it out on everyone else. It's not everyone else's fault, you know what I mean? So I just have to try and find something to cope, really, you know? So I just ate some really nice pavlova. That was really good. That made me happy. I'm gonna go make myself a cup of tea. That's something positive. I enjoy a nice cup of tea every now and then. I do have my book that I'm still reading. Christmas is finished. Oops, there goes the sparklers. I've still got that much to go. I'm not in the mood today, but I might try and finish that off tomorrow and just make one more video on that. And then I'm gonna start Dracula. I want to read Dracula again. New Year's Eve is coming up. Ben went to the supermarket today and he bought a few things. That $1,000 that we spent on Christmas food, like, it's pretty much like, I can't believe how expensive food is, because when Ben gets paid again, we're still gonna have to do a weekly grocery shop, because a lot of it was just Christmas food. Like, we spent 60 or 80 bucks on, like, we spent 40 bucks on the ham, we spent 20 bucks on the turkey, we spent 20 bucks on the chicken crown, so that was like 80 bucks just on meat. And that meat only lasted, well, we still got the ham, but the turkey and chicken went in 2 days, because we were feeding like 8 people at Christmas Day. But yeah, like, and then custard, we bought custard, they were like $7 each. We bought several of those. We got some of those for New Year's. But because we bought prawns as well for Christmas Day, like, it just went so quick. We still have some stuff, but we're gonna have to buy like some meat and fruit and veggies for the week. So, but anyway, Ben went to the shop today and just got some stuff for New Year's Eve, some sparklers. I think he just got some more, he got some chips and some shapes. We've still got dip that we bought, so that hasn't been used up, so that's alright. But yeah, so just trying to find things to do and amuse myself until I have my colonoscopy, and then hopefully after that I can make some plans. Got one very big plan coming up that I need to make, but even that, I said to Ben, like, can't make any big plans until I get my health under control. But yeah, my Christmas present arrived today. I can't show you what it is yet, so hopefully soon I'll be able to show you what that is. So that's cool. I'm really excited for that. I'm just sick of myself. I'm just sick of my health. And I just want to know what's wrong with me. I just want to know if I've got endometriosis, or whether I've got inflammatory bowel disease, or whether I've got Crohn's disease. I just want to know. I'm sick of living my life from the bed, from the couch. It sucks. And I'm jealous. I'm really jealous of people who have energy and people who can do things, and, you know. But anyway, like I said, I believe in divine timing. I believe in fate. I believe in what's meant to be is meant to be. And I just don't think it was meant to be this year. Like, I've had so many false starts. Like I said in a previous video, I've had a lot of upheaval in my life and a lack of stability, which has made it hard to be consistent with things. And then my health is unreliable, which makes it hard to be consistent with things. And I just feel like I've been on this windy path and I keep taking detours, and it's not what I want. I want to be reliable. I want to be consistent. And it's been so many things outside of my control that have caused me to not be consistent, and it's not good. But hopefully 2026 will be the year that I get you know, more answers. Like I said, I know now that I've got inflammation. I finally have solid scientific proof that I wasn't making it up. It's not in my head, it's in my body. Like, it's in my bowels. I've got proof that I am suffering from inflammation. I'm not making it up. It's there. It finally have proof, you know. So that is a good thing. At least there's some proof, and hopefully the colonoscopy will show what is causing the inflammation. But yeah, so anyway, I just gotta keep trying to be positive and stay sane until I get my answers. Proud of myself for getting back on the treadmill today. Haven't washed my hair. I'll wash it tomorrow. Been really exhausted the last few days. Just been really exhausted. So it's been hard. But yeah, anyway, I think that I'm recording all of this because, like I said, I want to record my journey and I want to write a book about it. I want to write a book about it because I feel as though if I had been taken more seriously 8 years ago, I wouldn't be in the position I am in today. 8 years ago, I was really sick, sicker than I am now, and I had an endoscope and I was told that I was just suffering from stress and nothing was done. I was told to go home and I would get better. It's eight years have gone by and I can't even hold down a part-time job because of this. Like, some days I'm bedridden because of this. And my situation and my circumstances have completely changed from where I was 8 years ago. And yet, I'm still not better. And I just think it's such a travesty that women are treated the way they're treated by doctors, by male doctors, by the medical system. Just because you can't see something doesn't mean it doesn't exist. And you would think of all people in the world, someone intelligent to be enough to be a doctor would realize that. But I don't know. It is what it is. It's all going in my autobiography. And it's all part of the journey. And I'm just telling myself, like, I'm just closing my eyes and imagining myself up on stage when I finally do get to a pageant. I'm going to be healthy and I'm going to be wearing a pretty dress. And when I finally get on that stage, I am going to be so fucking proud of myself and just lap it up and enjoy every moment and know that I belong on that stage, because I went through hell and back to get to be that healthy person. Like, that's what I'm telling myself, you know. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go have a cup of tea and edit some videos and go comment on some people's videos. And I'm not giving up. It's just a detour, it's just a delay. And even though it hurts today, in the long run it's not gonna matter. I am gonna get on that pageant stage eventually. I'm gonna get all the things I want eventually. I'm gonna get another baby. I'm gonna get to the pageants. I'm gonna marry Ben. I'm gonna do all the things. I'm gonna be able to do all the things I want to do without being sick, without doubling up in pain, without having a flare. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. So it's just not happening today. So anyway, I hope everyone's having a good holiday period, and anyone who is struggling with their health, just all we can do is take it one day at a time and take it easy. And I think it's so important just to keep going back to the doctors. Like, if there's anything that I would take away from my experience, is that I should have been like a dog. I should have been like a pit bull. You know, I should have been like literally going to the GP every day, ringing them up every day saying, can I have an appointment? Can I have an appointment? Can I have an appointment? And just going in there every day saying, I'm not better yet, make me better. I'm not better yet, send me to a specialist. And then go to the specialist and stupid specialist says, oh, you're suffering from stress. I should have just, you know, written him a nasty letter or said to him, excuse me, no, I'm not. Like, you do your job and diagnose me. Or, okay, you couldn't find anything. That doesn't mean that I'm suffering from stress. It means that you haven't found what I'm suffering from. You know, like, and just, but it's so hard. Like, it costs money to keep going back to the specialist. Like I said, I've seen 5 gastro doctors. Not one of them has mentioned SIBO. I think I did talk to one of them about SIBO, but I think I brought that up. I can't remember. She did give me a SIBO test, but I didn't take it because it ended up on 10 courses of antibiotics, like, when I got it, and I wasn't able to do it. and then I ended up not doing it for ages because I have to stop my neck seam and that, and it's a pain in the butt. Yeah, what's up? I'm just recording. What's that? Marshmallow Santas? Yes, you can have that. You can have one of those. It's my son after some sugar. My kids hate being on camera. They do not want to be in my videos. They hate being on camera, and I respect that, you know, so that's fine. But it's just funny because I'm always like, I'm recording, like, you know, don't come in or you might accidentally be put on camera, so I have to warn them and stuff. And my son always knocks, and yeah, but anyway, I just, you know, you've just got to keep going back, and it can be so hard. Like with chronic illness, it's like kicking someone when they're down, you know, like that's what I liken it to. Doctors kick you when you're down. You go in and you say, I'm struggling with pain, I'm in pain, and they literally gaslight you and say, well, you're young, you should be positive, you're young, you should be happy. Yeah, should be being the prerogative word there, should be. And I've been gaslit so much by doctors, and you know, like I said, I really hope I've got Crohn's or something, because I'll just be like, see this, suck it, you know, like I was right. I was right, it wasn't all in my head. But it doesn't mean much when I said 10, hang on, oh, my mum's ringing. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know, it's just hard. They kick you when you're down, and it makes it so hard to fight when you're feeling weak or you're in pain, and you just don't know who to turn to. Like the story that I have said on here before was like, one time I went to the doctors, said I was in pain, having severe abdominal pain. I got rid of it by giving up ice cream for a long time, and laying off yogurt, and I just laid off the dairy a lot. And the only dairy I had for years was just in my coffee, and maybe a little bit of cheese from time to time. But before that, I was eating yogurt, I was eating ice cream, I was eating all the things because I love dairy. And by cutting it by like 80 or 90%, all that severe abdominal pain that I had, it just went away. But I'm not lactose intolerant. Anyway, went to the doctors, told him I was suffering, told him I wanted a referral to a specialist about the abdominal pain. He told me I should think positively, like his 80-year-old mother in Egypt who has perfect health. I went berserk and screamed the medical center down. Not my finest moment, but I was suffering, and he kept touching me and he kept slapping me on the leg and laughing. And then he said that to me, and I felt violated. I felt like so uncomfortable. Like I was in there telling him I'm on the floor in agony, and you're doing that to me. So anyway, I screamed the medical center down. Anyway, he gave me a referral, and after I left, he actually gave me a referral to the wrong specialist, and I never followed it up because I was so traumatized after that. Like I literally was shaking when I came out of that appointment because he was just so rude to me. And like I took my son in there with me as well because I needed a form signed for my son, and then he was rude to me about that as well. And it's like, my son is autistic, he is struggling, he can't go to school because my son went through hell and back. Like he couldn't go to school because he wasn't on the right medication, and he was having a million problems. So I had to homeschool him for a time, and I needed a form signed to say that he couldn't go to school. I needed to homeschool him, and then he gave me the 3rd degree about that. And it's like, dude, like this kid has been seen, like, you know, it was just horrible. Like, you know, all you want when you're feeling vulnerable is for someone to believe you and just support you, you know. Like, I'm a diligent person, I'm a diligent mother, I take my kids to appointments, I've tried to do the right thing and take them to all their appointments and get them the help they need. And just when somebody basically treats you like that, like you need to think positive and he's fine, it's like, no, it's not that simple. Like, do you think I would be here wasting my time if everything was fine. Like, I do not enjoy going to the doctors. Like, I have spent so much time at the doctors. There are a million other things I would rather be doing, you know? Like, I don't understand people who go to the doctors for the fun of it. Like, it's not fun. It's not fun at all, and it's horrible, and I'd rather be hanging out with my friends than going to the doctors, you know? I just want my life back. But anyway, that's my advice for anyone who's just suffering, is just advocate for yourself. That's all you can do, and that's what I've learnt to do. You know, when I was younger, I was too scared to advocate for myself. I've always been a very naturally shy person, and I grew up with parents that never really stuck up. I grew up with parents with social anxiety, probably on the spectrum themselves, and they would never sort of fight back or sort of like question anybody or question authority, you know? And so I grew up feeling like I had no right to question authority. I had no right to sort of fight back or say anything back. And because I then had 3 children on the spectrum who were given a really raw deal by doctors and schools, I had to learn to feel comfortable enough to start questioning people and start advocating for my children. And then eventually over time, I realized that I should have done that for myself as well. And that is what I now do for myself and for my kids. And I've become quite confident in being able to question people. I used to feel very uncomfortable about that, whereas now I will question people, probably to the point where I'm obnoxious, because people don't get why I'm questioning them sometimes. And sometimes I have to say, look, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be rude, but this problem has been going on for a long time, and you need to explain it to me, and you need to answer this for me, because I'm not getting any better, or the kids aren't getting results, or I'm not getting results, or whatever. Like, you need to, you know, I have to over explain things sometimes, because people don't always understand, you know, because if you haven't lived it, if you haven't lived through something, you can't always understand, you know. So, but anyway, yeah, that's why I kind of want to write a book, you know, about chronic illness and advocating for yourself, and just to let women know, like, it's okay to fight back, it's okay to stand up for yourself, it's okay to say to a doctor, I'm not getting better, you need to run more tests, or I'm, you know, or whatever. But like I said, my doctor said to me, oh, we're not running any, we won't be doing any more tests. What do you mean? I'm not better. Well, she's left now, so I can't go back and argue with her. But it's like I argued with her husband when he wouldn't give me my, wouldn't chase up my birth results for me after I had my daughter. And he said, I don't feel like doing that. And I'm like, what do you mean you don't feel like doing that? I'm in pain. I need you to chase this up for me. And I argued with him, and he did it, you know. And I was proud of myself for just standing my ground. Like, I wasn't rude to him. I just said, doctor, I said, I need you to chase this up for me because I'm in pain. Like, you need to do this. And yeah, he didn't like it, but he did it. But so next year I've also got to go to the gynecologist about that, because I get this mad tailbone pain and I don't know why. And you know, I've got to go through and get all this shit sorted. And trust me, like, I am so sick of it. I've never been more sick of anything in my life, but I just got to get on top of it, you know. And yeah, so anyway, I'm going to keep dreaming. I'm going to keep dreaming that I'll be able to wear heels again one day. I'm going to keep dreaming that I'm going to get on top of all of this, and that the doctors are going to be nice to me when I go this in the new year. Ben's coming with me. I refuse to go to the doctors by myself anymore because I feel so emotionally unsafe when I go to the doctors, to the point that, like, it is so triggering that I can't cope with it. Like, it's like PTSD. And that is ridiculous. Like, nobody should be made to feel so small and so insignificant by anyone, by a doctor especially, because no one will help them with their health issues. But that is how I feel. Like, so even a couple of months ago when I asked the doctor to get my birth results, and he was so rude to me. It was over the phone. And since then, I'm like, no, I will not go by myself. I take Ben with me every time. If I'm going for a script or something, whatever, you know, that's nothing if I just need to go for a script. But if I'm going because I'm saying, hey, I need to see a specialist because I'm having this problem, XYZ problem, it's not getting better, it's not going away, I've spent this much money on it, I've done this and this and this to try to fix it, I need you to send me to someone who can tell me what's going on. I will not go without Ben, because I do not want to be dismissed. I do not want to be felt up or touched. I do not want to be laughed at. I do not want to be told I've got depression. I do not want to be told that I just need to be positive. I want someone to take me seriously, send me to the doctor. And like, if I'm paying for it, who cares? Like, if I'm paying to go to the specialist, who cares? It's my fucking money. If I'm paying for it, who cares, you know? But it's just weird. Like I said, hope I've got Crohn's. I'm gonna have a party. I'm gonna have a diagnosis party. Like, seriously, like, if I got SIBO or Crohn's or whatever, I'm gonna have a fucking party, because it's been 20 years in the making to find out what is wrong with me. And I'm gonna have a party. I'm gonna have a diagnosis party. And yeah, we'll see what happens in the new year. It's all I can do is one day at a time, be kind to myself, take this time to rest and grieve. You know, I'm grieving because I was so excited about the pageant. I bought like so many clothes, and I had the Radiance Runway shirt. Even bought the Radiance Runway. I bought a little skirt and a little top from Mel's Bling Boutique, I think it is. Had it all specially made up, and I was going to wear it to finals. And yeah, now I'm not going. Now I'm going to spend that time probably on the couch reading Dracula, watching Kath and Kim. So that sucks. But it's not my time. It wasn't meant to be, obviously. And I just gotta suck it up and get on with life and realize it's not the end of the world. And we all have to miss out on things sometimes. And maybe next year will be my year. Maybe I'll get to go to the pageant next year. So yeah, anyway, that's it. I've rambled on now for too long. So I'll see you in the next video. Have an easy, happy holiday.